What up, everybody? It's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones, the Don.
And this crazy P, aka CP, aka Fried Milk, Fried Juice. We out here. You.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Ignorant Banter. This is our 33rd episode, is it? I don't even know
33.
anymore. 33, nigga. We out here working 33 episodes in less than a year. We grinding. So let's get into it. What's good with you, CP?
I'm good, man. I'm great. I'm thankful. Um, it's almost Friday, so I'm actually off Friday, so tomorrow's my Friday, so that's gonna be good. But yeah, man.
Lucky bastard.
I'm just out here. I'm scamming niggas, bro. I'm at work, and I'm actually doing work for like I don't know, maybe 4 hours, and then the other 4 hours I'm just bullshitting, bro. You know what I mean? So
Shit, I feel you.
yeah.
I feel you.
What about you?
Man, where do I begin?
From
So
the start. From the
yeah, let's start
beginning.
at the beginning. Yeah. Um, so I'm good. This week has been, I just got back to work today. I took yesterday and Monday off because I had a shitty, terrible fucking weekend. So I'm gonna say what happened and then hopefully whoever's listening to this can learn. So I went out on Saturday night by myself. Well, I didn't go out by myself. I was supposed to meet up with someone, with my friend, and he was supposed to get off work and meet me out. And I met some people. They started buying me shots. Um, I was waiting for my friend to show up. My phone ended up dying, and I guess my friend didn't make it. Either way,
Nah, nigga. Your friend made it. Your phone died, so he couldn't
nah,
find
nah,
you.
my no, my friend didn't make it. Like, but we'll talk about that later. So yeah, I was taking shots with these people. They were cool as fuck. Like they were visiting from, I think it was Ohio or Cleveland, somewhere. Either way, they kept buying me Henny shot after Henny shot, and who am I to say no to Henny shots? Like, I'm not gonna deny that shit, nigga. So, which I guess is my downfall. So then, yeah, I don't remember much after that. Um,
So you passed out. Can we say that
I didn't.
much?
No, I didn't pass out. I just don't remember anything that happened. I mean, I was still functioning, but I guess my brain was like, nope, not recording any more of this shit for you to remember. So I don't know what I did. I don't know what I said. All I know is,
How'd you get home? You don't know how
yes,
you
I'm
got
gonna.
home.
No, no, no. I mean,
You drove?
um,
Oh my god.
I.
Nigga, you drove, bro.
So here's what happened. So I like when I realized where I was in my car. So I was like, shit, I need to get home. But the next day was Sunday, so I didn't really need to get home. So I took a nap. I passed the fuck out in my car. And I made sure to take my key out of my ignition because somebody told me a cop gave them a DUI because they had their key in their ignition. So technically they were driving. And my car is a push to start. So I was like, shit, let me just hide my keys. My windows are tinted. Take a nap. I'll be good, right? So I took a nap until about until about 7 in the morning.
What time did you go to sleep?
I probably went to sleep around like 3.
Oh my god.
Um, and I took a nap. I wake up. I'm still a little bit hungover, but I'm not drunk, right? So I drive home. On the highway, my tire fucking pops, bro.
What the fuck?
I know. My tire pops. I'm like swerving. Thank God it's Sunday morning. There's nobody on the highway. Yeah, it's on 95. My tire pops. So I'm swerving. Thankfully, there's no car next to me. I make it to the shoulder of the highway, and then I'm like, fuck, I need to make it to a gas station. I don't know why. I just woke up a little bit hungover. Nothing was making sense to me. Like, nor common sense would have been for me to just stop and walk to the nearest gas station, which probably was like a mile away or something. But I was like, nah, this car gotta make it. It gotta make it. So I'm rolling on the fucking rim,
Are you
trying to
fucking
make it.
serious?
Dead ass, dead ass. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I honestly don't know. Anywho, I ended up like I ended up making it like on a dirt road, um, by like a bunch of apartment complexes, which is also bad luck because on a dirt road my shit got even more fucked up. Um, So I'm like, damn it, I'm not gonna make it. My phone is dead.
Oh
Also, I put it on the
shit.
charger, but that shit, my charger had stopped working that same night. So I don't know what the fuck was going on with the universe. Why me? Um, so I get out and I walk. So I'm like knocking
People's doors.
on people's doors trying to see who has an iPhone charger, and who has a house phone that I can use so I can call somebody. It's Sunday morning, nobody answers, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, this is really bad. I don't want people to call the police. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk into these apartment buildings. So I'm like, these are like really nice condos. So I'm like, maybe the people at the front have an iPhone charger. So I'm going from condo to condo asking people. Ran into this Haitian guy and he gave me some really good life advice. He's like the guy at the front, and he gave me some really good life advice. He's like, your 20s is your time to have a good time. Don't feel bad about this. This happens to everybody. So I was like, nigga, you don't have an iPhone charger. This is all good, but this doesn't help me out at all. I go to another guy. I go to another building, and the guy cusses me the fuck out. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Don't ask me for no iPhone charger. I'm like, sir. I'm like, sir, I don't know who hurt you, but I'm like, all I need is a charger. You don't have to be this rude. And he's like, yeah, and you look like you're fucking hungover. And I'm like,
Oh shit.
you know what? You're right. And you know what? In a couple of hours, I will be completely sober, but you still gonna be a broke, bitter ass
You told him
nigga.
that?
Hell yeah, I
Hey,
did.
pop up, nigga, pop up.
You know what
Shit.
I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, I'm calling the cops. At this point, I'm feeling very homeless, my nigga. I feel like by this point, it's like 10 in the morning, and I still have made no progress in regards to my car. Um, so I finally find a gas station. I call my flaking ass friend over, and he's like, yeah, I have AAA, blah blah blah. They can tow your car. So my friend shows up. Well, before my friend shows up, the only person that actually came out and helped me change my flat tire was this man who speaks no English at all. He spoke no English. He saw me on the side of the road, and he actually changed my flat for me. Because I mean, yeah, my tire is really weird, so it was kind of hard to put on. So he changed my flat, and then I thought my car was good to go, but when I looked, I had two flats, not one, but two. So my friend comes over, we call AAA, get my car in the tow truck, and I make it home. So all in all, it's gonna be like $3,000 in damages because my rims are fucked up, two flat tires, and then on the dirt road, I think there was like a tree branch. It scraped my car. So
Damn.
whoever cursed me, just know, just know that shit worked. Like just chill. Like just let me be for now. Your curse worked. Whatever I did to you, karma paid it back. Um, so yeah,
I was gonna ask
that's my
you.
story.
I'm pretty sure your rim gotta be fucked up if you're driving on that shit. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, both rims are fucked up. I thought it was only one rim that was fucked up, but when I looked on the other side, I had not one but two flat tires. So I don't know how the fuck both tires popped at the same time. So well, I was on South Beach, so somebody probably broke some bottles that I ran over and didn't find out until I got on the highway. So
Well,
yeah.
first off, I just want to say you are a bad influence for our listeners. So listeners out there, do not follow Black Scissors, thing. Don't don't take shots from strangers and then take a nap in your car. Okay? So, disclaimer right here. Just don't do it.
Real shit. I mean, honestly, they were Henny shots though. Like, who gives out Henny shots? And on South Beach, they're like $15 a pop, and they just kept giving me shot after shot after shot. And my dumb ass. I'm like, yo, my friend's about to be here, so he's gonna be able to take me home. Or he lives pretty close to South Beach too. So I was thinking I could just sleep at his house or whatever if I couldn't make it. So I guess the ultimate lesson is you gotta look out for yourself, bro. Like, don't put yourself in a position where other people have to take care of you. If you get trashed, make sure that you have somebody there with you with transportation. And yeah, don't take nothing from strangers, even if they're Henny shots and they're free, and they keep coming back to back to back.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, man, because that sounds really scary. You know what I mean? So that's nothing to play with, man. But so what's up?
Yup.
How you
So,
getting around now? You just Ubering it or
well, my insurance company is giving me a rental car. So yeah, I'm able to get around. It's
sorry,
not a big deal.
sorry.
But yeah, if you're drunk, take a nap in your car. That's all I gotta say. Even though I don't know if that's still bad, but that's what I did. I was like, you know what? Let me sleep this shit off because I don't want to put nobody else's life at risk. I'm gonna take a nap in my car and hopefully I wake
Yeah,
up.
it's better than driving, but I mean, if your phone was charged, you could call somebody to pick you up. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah, my phone was dead too. Like if my phone was charged, I could have called an Uber to make it to my friend's house, or I could have called my friend, or I call. You know, there's different options that you have when you have a phone. When you don't have a phone, you're just kind of stranded and on your own.
It's time for you
Um,
to you should get a battery pack. Is that what it's called? Yeah, battery pack.
or like a portable charger.
Yeah, I just bought one from Groupon, and yeah, it's legit. So
About to cop one. But I also wanted to say that during that time, I learned how important it is to be kind to people because I'm wondering if I was in that situation and I saw somebody that needed help, would I stop to help them out? Let's say if I was late to work, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm late to work, I see somebody that needs help, would I stop and help them
hell
out?
no, I'm not stopping.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really it speaks volumes that like honestly the it really well I saw both sides of people. So I saw like the evil side of people, like the rude side of people, and then I saw like the really kind side of people where somebody that doesn't even know you is willing to like get on the ground, change a tire with no money being offered, nothing at all, like no expectations, no communication. That really kind of restored my faith in humanity.
Well, there are still some good people out there. You know what I mean? So um,
There is, and it's people from shithole countries, so
mm,
fuck you, Trump.
build the wall. Build the. Don't build the wall. Don't build the wall. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, it's the people that you know what I'm saying you wouldn't expect, or the people that you're trying to throw out, are the ones who are gonna, you know what I'm saying, like try to help you out. So.
Exactly. Oh, and one more thing, final thing I promised. And then too, it just kind of goes to show that regardless of what you drive, I'm like, even if I was in a Rolls Royce or a Lexus or whatever, I still would have been in the same situation. So it doesn't matter how fancy your car is. My car looks sexy as hell, you know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
gonna say you have
but
a
it,
nice ass car, bro. I didn't want to put you out until the people what you
right.
drive, so you don't get harassed out there. But you got a nice ass car, bro. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. My car was looking sexy as hell with two flat tires and
stress.
and that didn't do shit for me. So regardless of what you're in, whether you're in a Toyota, a Honda, a Subaru, nigga, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't make a difference when there's an emergency. So if anything bad had happened, the car that I drove wouldn't not have made a difference. So
Facts.
that's Black Caesar's wisdom. I feel like I
Hey.
aged 20 years from because of last weekend. So yeah, I'm wiser, I'm better. That's it.
That's it. All right. I guess now we can move on to we can actually start the show after this long ass story. You know what I mean? Um,
Yup, but it was
it
good
was good
though.
though. Hot shit. What do you have for hot shit, bro? Anything hot right now?
Yeah, so I have two hot shits. One of them is called Shannara Chronicles. I like it's a fantasy. So there used to be a book. It's a best-selling fantasy book that was made into a TV show on MTV. So it has two seasons. It got canceled. It's honestly like not the best sci-fi. Like it's not Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, but it's still pretty interesting in my opinion. So if you like fantasy stuff with elves, druids, gnomes, all of that, it's pretty interesting. It's kind of suspicious how there's no black people in this fantasy world, but or a lot of sci-fi. There's not a lot of black people in there, so I'm like, what y'all trying to say? There can't be no black elves, but yeah. So Shannara Chronicles, and then the other one is called Davion on Netflix. It's a movie about a boy whose brother gets shot, and then he gets jumped into the Bloods. It's just a look into the life of this kid who's like a being finding out what being a man is, and also like following in the footsteps of his brother and to becoming a gang member in the South. So it's pretty dope. Check it out. It's only an hour and 15 minutes. It goes by pretty quick, and the storytelling is good.
True that. I guess my hot shit is really not that. I only have one. It's Drake's new song just came out. Called God's Plan. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah,
As
I
much
did.
as people hate on Drake, bro, he knows how to make a fucking hit or a good song or something that's gonna like sell a lot of copies. You know what I mean? And
Right.
from the production, like you know what I mean, the lyrics, even if they're like Drake-ish, you know what I mean? They just he knows how to sell fucking music, bro. Like it's just it resonates. It's I think that's why he makes songs they're also emotional because he knows people are going to be able to relate to it regardless. So it's a pretty good song, good production, good beat. So I've been playing that today a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's my hot shit for today, man. Sweet and simple.
Nice. So next up we have Whose Man's Is This? My Whose Man's Is This goes to a woman. It goes to Monique. Monique, if y'all haven't heard, is asking people to boycott Netflix. Monique, you must be out your mind, nigga. What the fuck? Netflix where I can watch it back to back to back and I don't even be having my own account. Wait, let me not say that because the feds might be listening. But yeah, bro, like Netflix is groundbreaking. Netflix is disrupting cable TV right now. It's doing a lot of things. So you want everybody to boycott Netflix because they offered you $500,000. Honestly, I can't think of the last time Monique did something that was good.
As far as stand
So
up, right?
yeah, as far as stand up, like when was the last stand up that Monique did? You know? And then people were comparing her to Dave Chappelle, which is not the same at all. Dave
Mm-mm.
Chappelle is on a different level than Monique. Um, Honestly, if they offered Tiffany Haddish $500,000, I might consider boycotting Netflix. But Monique, nah, like
Nah,
yeah,
but
she's
I feel
funny,
like
but
the thing is though, like Monique has she has history. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of see her point, but she hasn't been relevant in decades,
in
decades.
decades, bro.
So
Especially with stand up. I think the last stand up of hers that I watched was in 2005, where she did a stand up special in a jail. That was the last stand up I saw because since then she's been doing movies. And I mean, is Monique even relevant outside of the black community?
oh, damn, bro. That was it's a good question. I like to say it's a no. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
honestly,
because
like,
we know the Parkers, right? Like we
yeah,
know all them shows, but
I know she did was it Barbershop? So uh,
she did Precious.
Precious, yeah. I mean, she has some hits now. You know what I mean? But you gotta stay relevant. If I was her, I would take the money, and if I had an hour set, I would just do half an hour. You feel me? And just do that. And then if that goes well, then for next time, next special, ask for more money. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just go off of like the 2000s, nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're not everybody's Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle skits are timeless. They're timeless. You can't compare yourself to Dave Chappelle. Amy Schumer is, I
Whack.
mean,
Oh,
whack. She has no,
I'm sorry. I meant
no, for real, real shit. She's whack,
she is whack,
and
bro.
her jokes suck.
But Charlemagne made a good point on his. I don't know if it was the yeah on Buffett Club. He said that Amy Schumer had like stuff leading to her thing on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? She had movies, she did theaters, she did arenas that she sold out. Even though I think she's whack, but she had a track record years prior. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so it
she
kind of
has a
makes sense.
pull. Like in like mainstream America, I mean, a lot of people can probably relate to Amy Schumer. I guess the majority of Americans, I don't
Because
know.
they're white.
With
I'm just,
yeah,
just say
you
it, bro.
like
I
how I
got
put
you, man.
that? I just yeah. Maybe a lot of white women can relate to Amy Schumer. Maybe she has like that awkward humor that a lot of people go for. But anywho, either way, she has a following. Like I'm trying to think of the last A-list movie that Monique did, or the
I'm
last
telling you,
stand-up that I
it's
watched.
Barbershop. That's the last thing I remember from her is Barbershop.
Oh, Precious.
Was that before or after Barbershop?
See, I don't even
I
know.
don't know. See, that's
But
that's bruh. I mean, I think her best. I mean, I remember her from the Parkers, honestly, and I think that show is legit. You know what I mean? But
have you ever seen that movie called Hair Show? It's basically where she's like a hairstylist, kind of like Barbershop, but she's like a hairstylist and she has to win a competition.
nope, never heard of it.
Damn.
Canceled. Never heard of it, so it was not good. No, I never saw it.
But did okay, so that movie is a classic, a black classic. So anyone who's out there, make sure y'all check that out. If you never saw it on BET, you missed out. But anyway, she said that did you hear the rumor or well, it's not a rumor. She said that she's being blackballed by the guy from Empire,
The director of
Daniel Lee.
Empire.
Yeah, what's his name? Daniel Lee or something?
Yeah, for what? For being hard to work with?
Yep.
I mean,
So
it's she has a
Lee
track record,
Daniels.
bro. That the Netflix. I mean, it it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, So I guess she did a movie with Lee Daniels or something, and it didn't work out well. And then Lee Daniels probably told people Monique is hard to work with, and if she's influential, then that means she's not getting work. So okay, whether she's being blackballed, whether her being blackballed is right or wrong, the at the end of the day, you're blackballed. Like you haven't worked, so you can't go from being blackballed to asking for $1 million. There's no correlation. Like you'd
Bro,
have to make a comeback, change your reputation, start back up again, and then ask for $1 million.
I'm telling you, man, whoever her team was is stupid for turn that down. It's like, yo, you haven't done nothing relevant in a long while, and they're giving you half a mil. Like, nigga, just take that shit and flip it. If you do good, do like a half-hour set, and then you can go to HBO or somewhere else and make that meal. It's like people just think about the now and not the future. It's like, what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And her management team is her husband, which I think is always a recipe for disaster, having your spouse be your manager or like being the manager of a superstar and you're their husband or wife. I think that's always a recipe for disaster because some things that some things that might just be business, you might take it personally because somebody's saying that to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if somebody's like, "Damn, Monique, you're not worth $1 million." If that was your employee, you'd be like, "Yeah, maybe you're not worth $1 million." But if that's your wife, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck you mean my wife not worth $1 million?"
That's a good
So
point. That's a
a
good
lot
point.
of feelings get involved in that. And yeah, so Lee Daniels said that her and her husband were hard to work with as a combo, husband, wife, manager, star. So that kind of put her reputation out there. So yeah, like how? Yeah, let me just end it.
Shit.
Monique,
Wait, before you
chill
do, I
the
was gonna
fuck
say if
out.
I was the husband, I'd be like, honey, you worth $1 million. Right now, we need that 500,000. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
sign right here. You feel me?
Like them bills not gonna pay
Right?
themselves. Like,
Shit.
but yeah, that's my whose man's is this? Who's yours?
All right, my whose mentions this goes to the one and only Erica Badu, who I guess was doing an interview, and she said that she sees good in everyone, even Hitler. Um,
Yikes.
and I mean, I can't think of anyone worse than Hitler, like that ever existed on planet Earth. So, I think she's trying to do this, like she's always deep thing, but this is really bad, and I think she needs to like stop trying to be so deep because obviously we know what this guy did, and no one should ever say anything good about this dude. You know what I mean? So, whose man is this? Erica Badu, like you're a legend, but man, these past couple years, you've been saying some crazy shit. And this is
She's
probably the
up there.
craziest thing I've ever heard from her. So I don't know, man.
I knew it was over when she wore that like weird chain hanging out her mouth on Desus and Mero and Breakfast Club. Like man, she's out there. I think she'd be doing a lot.
Yeah, it's like you said. People try to be weird just to be weird, and it just it doesn't come off right. You know what I mean? So um, I don't know, man.
Right.
She's probably having some Tide Pods. Who knows? I don't know.
Hey, that would explain it.
All right,
Or
bet.
maybe it's a clone.
Huh?
So what's next?
What's
Nah, what's
what's
next?
next? All right. So next we have our main topic, which is La Marina de. What is the girl's name? La Manina de Pa. I'm just saying. I'm saying the name, but you know what I'm saying. Since I'm Haitian, that's how you say it. La Manina de Pa.
it's it's Amara la Negra.
Amada. Wait, don't hit the black girl. That song.
No,
Oh, Amada la Negra.
that's No Le Pega la Negra. This is
Bro, they
Amara
sound
la
the same to
Negra.
me, bro. All right, Amada la Negra. Okay, I fucked it up, but who
Yeah,
cares?
she knows her
She
name.
knows
She
her
knows
name.
what she's called.
Okay, and I'll let you tell the backstory because I'm just now kind of catching up on that. So
Okay. So, Love and Hip Hop Miami is a brand new season of Love and Hip Hop. Why are we having new seasons of Love and Hip Hop? I don't know. But anywho, it has Trina, Trick Daddy, and this Latin music star, and her name's Amara La
I
Negra.
told you, bro. La Mala para.
Basically, she's already a huge pop star in like the Latin world, so the Latin American world. So she went and asked somebody on the show, um, how can she cross over to the U.S.? And this nigga tried the fuck out of her. He's like, yeah, you need to be more Beyonce, less Macy Gray, my Nutella Queen. Like he just basically like just tried her. Um, Anywho, this she was upset and she tried to educate him. Well, she didn't show that she was upset. I think she really kept her composure. She tried to educate him on the fact that he didn't understand how she was Afro-Latina. And we can talk about that a little bit later. So he didn't understand how she was Afro-Latina. He had to explain that to her. He was telling her to get rid of her afro so that way she could be more palatable to the mainstream. And he was just trying the fuck out of her, basically, just not understanding. A lot of it was ignorance. So then she goes on the Breakfast Club, which to her, I guess, is a pretty huge deal, and it is for anybody, especially if you're trying to break onto the hip hop main scene. The Breakfast Club is huge for that. So she went there, and she had this interview with DJ Envy, and Charlemagne the God, where they had the same questions. How are you Afro Latina? What does that mean? Um, and then they also said that if Cardi B is able to make it, then that proves that there is no colorism in the industry. And they're like, if Issa Rae is able to make it, that means that there's no colorism in the industry. Mind you, that this is somebody that's telling you about their experience in Latin America, not necessarily in America. So, yeah, it's a lot of ignorance going on. So I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Okay, so where do I begin with this? First of all, I think she has a. I mean, it's obviously it's well known that Hollywood or the music industry prefers lighter skin tone you know black women, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not entirely false that what I mean what she's saying. Now, to add to that, I mean, you gotta have the talent. I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't have the talent, but I never heard of her. And even though she's being Latin America, like, I mean, bro, I be flipping through all kinds of radio channels, nigga. I never heard any of her songs through the Latin rate.
But American, do you be flipping through Latin American radio stations?
I mean, the ones that are here in Orlando, shit, they play some out there, I think. But I mean, so I get her point, but if she had that thing, you know what I'm saying, like that, you kind of need to break through. Like it would have been happening by now. You know what I mean? So it's obviously like a combination. It's probably both. It's probably Hollywood's being racist, and also she's missing that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think I think there's two things going on. One, she was talking about, and I feel like she should have made that distinction during her interview. One is that in her experience in Latin America, she's talking about the racism there. So that's one thing. And then two, she's talking about why she hasn't broken out yet. So I think it's gonna be harder if you're dark skinned and you're a woman with an afro to be a singer. I think that's kind of hard. Like, yeah, to be a rapper, you can kind of make it, but when you think about women rappers, it's only been Nicki who's light skinned, um,
Kim.
Cardi B, Lil Kim who bleached her skin to until she looked Asian. And I mean, I think Remy Ma and I think Foxy are the only two dark skinned ones, but that's from a while back. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been no recent female rappers. We're just now getting Cardi, and she light skinned, and she had to get ass shots and do all of that, so so she can be accepted by the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So and let's not act like if Cardi B was dark skinned, let's not act like Cardi B would be popping.
It's
I'm just
true.
being
No,
for
no,
real.
it's definitely. I mean, she definitely has a point. It's definitely true. If Cardi B was, like darker, I'm pretty sure it'd be 10 times harder for the breakthrough. And actually, who's that rapper on TDE? Um, Rap City. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, I don't know who that
She's
is.
dope, but she's dark skinned, and she talked about how it's hard for her to even kind of like I'm saying break through because of her being dark skinned. So it's definitely out there now. In order to break through America, bro, as far as the music scene, you gotta have a remix and bring in like Justin Bieber or like a Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do it by yourself. I feel like, especially if you're struggling to like cross over. You know what I mean? So um, that's the way to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it kind of made sense that well, it didn't make sense that when she asked for feedback, that's what he should have said. He should have said, you know what, remix one of your songs and get a popular artist on there. But he's talking to her about her looks, how like how are you black and Latina? I think that's what a lot of dark skinned women go through. Like people just looking at them like not being pretty enough or not being this or that. Even like not just in rapping and in music, even when it comes to call lists. So they looked at the call list for Straight Outta Compton, and it had the different prototypes that they wanted. So they wanted girl A, Beyonce, light, pretty, thin, and then they had like girl B, dark skin, ghetto, ratchet. So not just even in singing, but like everywhere. And then what pisses me off the most is that people don't understand the fact that colorism is a thing. The fact that Charlemagne during his interview asked Amara La Negra if it's all in her head. It's like, yo, this is not in her head. This shit is happening for real, Charlemagne. You should know because you're bleaching your skin. Like that makes no sense at all.
Nah, it's definitely. I'm surprised he said that. You know what I mean? Because that's a very real thing. Like colorism exists not only in America, it exists in even black countries. You know what I mean? So, um, it's sad, but it's true. It's been going on for decades. So I definitely see her point, and I think for the breakthrough, man, she got to do some different. Like you said, bring a new artist in or a popular artist do a remix. You know what I mean? But she has talent from what I see. You know what I'm saying? She can sing, and so it's just about being able to to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Like that wall, right? Because it's there. Like we all know it's there, and you can't just go through it. Like you have to figure out a way to get around that if you want to break through it. I mean, that's how I see it. So
That's true. What confuses me is that how people like Charlemagne and DJ Envy don't know what an Afro-Latina is. I feel like these are people that are purposefully playing dumb. Like, have you never met somebody that was from Panama that was dark skinned, like they're black but they speak Spanish? Like, how is that a concept that people don't get? Somebody from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Cuba, even Colombia has black people. Like, I don't get how people don't understand that. Like the same slave ships that stopped in America
hmm
made a couple of pit stops before they got here. Like how is that confusing at all?
and I would think that Charlamagne, especially with his black privilege, would like know that term. You know what I mean? So unless she was playing dumb, but
It
um,
kind of felt like he was purposefully playing dumb, for maybe for views or to make the clip more controversial, or maybe because he enjoys bullying people. I don't know, but yeah. So she tried to. So here's another point that pissed me off with the whole Breakfast Club interview. So if y'all have time, watch it. Basically, he was Amara La Negra was saying that um, anti-blackness is universal. So she was saying, yeah, it's not just in America. It's like when you go to China and Latin American countries, when you look at the soap operas, even though there's black people, they won't put them on there. Like anti-blackness is it's everywhere. It's global. And Charlemagne's like, yeah, but let's look at where it started. Even in the dictionary, white is good, black is bad. I'm like, Charlemagne, that has nothing to do with the point. Yeah, it started with with white people doing that, but they spread it over the world. So why can't you believe that it exists right now? She needs to have me go in there with her.
yeah, no, it definitely exists, bro. I think Charlamagne is just. I mean, he's probably just like you said, trying to get more views or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, anti-blackness is a. It's all over the world, bro. Anywhere you go, it exists. It's there. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for colorism, also. So I don't know. I feel like if I was her, I'd keep her look, and I keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? But being on that show, man, what's it called again? Hip hop and what?
Love and
Love
hip
and hip
hop.
hop. It's like it's not. I mean, Cardi B was in that show, a similar show, right? And she made it, but
Hmm.
I feel like it's harder for you to come from that realm and make it and break through because honestly, I don't see people on those shows. I don't take them seriously. You feel me? So um, that's
I
also
think I
probably
think
part of
it's
it.
acting. I think I look at it as like you're an actor. This is scripted. I just look at them as like reality TV stars. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, that's exactly what they are. But I look at them as like a soap opera star. Is what I meant.
Yeah, but it's like the bottom of the bottom if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody takes those stars seriously if they're on like you know what I'm saying, like a scripted kind of show like that. So I don't know, but
But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Because I mean, you can still be on that show and then use that as a way to network and get exposure. So yeah, that's true. I mean, I see where Charlemagne's coming from, but to ignore the fact that there's no like colorism in the industry, I think that's dumb as hell. And to say that somebody's making that shit up, I feel like that's what white people do to us. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, racism? Are you sure that's not all in your mind? Like, are you sure? I never experienced no racism, so it doesn't exist. So that's what pissed me off about the whole interview.
yeah, no, it definitely exists. And to also expound on the Afro Latina thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like like you said before, like all those, like the slave ships did just come to America. They went to Cuba, DR, Venezuela, Colombia. You can name all the countries in Latin America, and we had slaves there. You know what I'm saying? So everyone there is has an Afro background. You feel me? And so that's where it comes from. Um,
Yeah, there are towns, there are whole towns in Colombia with nothing but black people. There are
yeah,
whole towns
go to
in Cuba
Cali.
with nothing but black
Yeah.
people. And yeah, I don't get how, like, how is that a hard concept? I like, to me, that makes no sense. How does that not make sense to you? Is my question. Charlemagne and Young Hollywood and DJ Envy. I mean, I
No,
would
no, no, no. I
expect
can see
that
why
out of DJ.
DJ Envy. He's probably no. I'm. Wait. Did he ask for the people out there who doesn't know what an Afro Latina mean? Can you explain that to the people?
I think he did. I
Oh
think
my
he did.
God! What, bro? I sometimes you know what? Someone made a good point because I was reading because you know how every episode that they do, there's someone that comments on him asking like those questions,
Hmm.
and someone had asked. At first, I thought he was asking for the people like who really don't know for real. But people are saying because he's asking because he doesn't know himself.
Right.
So it's not even like a leading question. He doesn't know himself. So it's crazy.
Yeah. So two things from this. One, whenever you meet somebody that's older than you, let's say if I never saw a DJ Envy interview and I just knew him as a radio personality, I would like give him mad respect. I'd be like, oh my God, DJ Envy, you're that DJ from 103.5. But then like me just now like watching him on the Breakfast Club and getting to really know who he is, this nigga doesn't have a clue what he's doing. So just never think somebody knows more than you because they're older. You might know more than somebody, and you always gotta speak slowly and break shit down to people because there's a lot of people like DJ Envy out there. One, and two, if DJ Envy can be a host on the Breakfast Club, you can do anything you want in
Mm,
2018.
damn, bro.
So
You tried my dog's life though. Feels like you tried my nigga's life though. You saying if he could do it, he could do anything. Like he barely doing it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, well, I guess that's I guess that's it. So what's next as far as topic?
So that was it for our word on the streets. Let's move on to fuck you mean, bruh.
Fuck you mean, bro? I guess my fuck you mean goes to Amazon. They had some a shirt that was being sold on there. Another slavery shirt that said slavery gets shit done, and they had it being sold all over the UK. They had shirts, they had backpacks, mugs, you name it. And so, like you said before, with the stuff for H&M, it's like there's no one that's approving these things before they get, you know what I'm saying, like put put on for the public. So it's like I know with Amazon everything's from a third party, but still like there should be somebody who's betting what's being sold on that site. And so, um, thank you, mean, bro, and I hope they give some deals out there or some shit happens so we can, you know what I'm saying, get on there. But it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and then people wonder why black people do their own thing. So there's always that person like, "Oh, why do you need to have a black store?" Well, because of racist shit like this. You know what I'm saying? If a black Amazon popped up, people would be like, "Well, why is there a need for a black Amazon?" Well, because y'all don't have the appropriate people vetting for shit like this, and when we make our own shit, y'all wonder why we do it. So it's a catch 22 and it's really aggravating. But yeah, my fuck you mean goes to Trump for putting a tax on solar panels. So because of this tax on solar panels, I think it's a 30% tax on solar panels. That's taking us back towards the dark ages, man. Like solar energy is the future. It's we should be looking at renewable energy. We should be looking at things like Teslas, like environmentally friendly things. That is the future. So for Trump to put a 30% tax on that, that's going to cause people to lose their jobs. And if people didn't know, the solar industry employs twice as many people as the coal and fossil fuel industry. So yeah, he's basically making a lot of people lose their jobs and making energy friendly things more expensive. So that's who my fuck you mean goes out to.
All right. I guess next we'll go on to Black Proverbs. That's we have quotes, any kind of sayings that you know what I'm saying that we have. What you got, bro?
Um, wow, I feel like I'm on the spot. So this week I'm gonna switch it up, um, and I'm gonna do a Haitian proverb. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
The Haitian proverb is position. So literally in English, it translates chill your blood or like whatever. Or take your blood, whatever. It just means like chill. It just means like take your time, let things happen, don't rush things. So whenever you get animated or you get angry or you're stressed, your blood starts rushing. It's just a reminder for you to calm yourself, regulate yourself, and then handle whatever situation is at hand. So that's my black slash Haitian proverb.
True that. Mine says, "Don't take any shots from strangers." You know what I mean?
Damn. Pew, 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 pew.
And we know where that
Shots
came from,
fired,
so I'm leaving it at
nigga.
that. You know what I'm saying? It's self-explanatory. So,
Yup.
um,
All
well,
right. Do we have a sponsor this week?
uh, I don't think so. I mean,
Oh,
she,
actually, I know who our sponsor is. Tesla. Shout out to Teslas. I test drove a Tesla on Saturday. My life changed, bro.
for real.
Yeah, I'm not the same person. And I have a feeling that maybe I try to drive my car like I drove the Tesla, and maybe that's why my car like gave out. But that shit went 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, and I felt like I was on a roller coaster. And I literally felt the G-force, and I felt my face like grinding back into the
Damn,
seat
son.
because that's how fast the car goes. And it's like, yeah, it's just seamless acceleration. Like when you press the gas, there's no pause. You just fly into space. So,
Were you able to test the what's it called? The self-driving option, or
yeah, I did.
how was that?
It's pretty dope, actually. So basically, what happens is that it's not completely self-driving. So it can't. It's not completely self-driving, but it can self-park. It can switch lanes by itself. It can brake if the car in front of you is braking. So it pretty much is. The only thing it can't do is just completely drive you to your destination. But yeah, it has all those features. And fun fact, there's nothing under the hood of a Tesla. It's just an extra trunk.
True that. Well, nigga, I'm broke, so I can't afford that shit. So
Shit,
when you
neither
get one,
can
let me
I.
know. Feel me?
Nah.
Shit. I guess that's it for episode 33. As I always say, guys, we're out here on iTunes, Spotify, Facebook, all that shit. So hit us up, comment, subscribe, and we'll see how it goes from there. So
All right, it's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones the Don, and I'm out.
it's CP, aka Crazy Pete, and I'm gone.